Hi, my name is Amy Blaker, and I am an everyday people. I'm a lifelong resident of this area we call the region, having grown up in Hammond, and I currently reside in Winfield. I am definitely an extrovert, and so, like many of you, I've had a difficult time with the social distancing required of us right now and having so many events that we all look forward to being canceled. So, in an effort to use my inside time wisely, I started reading a lot more. I've always loved getting lost in a good book, but in the last year, I have really had more time on my hands to read. Also, I wanted to turn off the TV because there was a lot of stress that came along every night with, the news, and the last 12 months has been a crazy year. So I was looking for that escape that a really good book gives you. I have a broad interest in books, so I appreciate fiction and nonfiction equally. I have started putting my book reviews on Facebook, and it's sort of this one-person book club. Sometimes people will comment or give another recommendation based off of what I just read, so my to-do list of books is getting very lengthy. Some of my favorite nonfiction that I have read in the past year includes The Choice by Dr. Edith Eger, which is a really remarkable book on survival and resilience. Dr. Eger is a Holocaust survivor, and although the book does elaborate on some of the horrors that happened to her, the book really is about creating your own happiness and opportunities regardless of your circumstances. It's by far one of the best books I've ever read. She also has another book titled The Gift, which is equally impressive. I love reading about history, and Bill Bryson's One Summer, America 1927, is an excellent book that serves as this snapshot of the summer in a year that included Babe Ruth's home run drive, the Great Flood of the Mississippi River, and Charles Lindbergh crossing the Atlantic. And Bill Bryson writes a lot of really great books, and eventually I will get to them all. I love books on human behavior, so anything that Malcolm Gladwell writes, I'll read it. I like books on sociology and anthropology. Angela Duckworth's book, Grit, is another good example of that kind of book. I've read my share of true crime books, everything from FBI profilers to books on war crimes. I wholeheartedly recommend The Furious Hours. It is a mind-blowing book, and it's sectioned into 3 parts about a true crime that happened in the South, and then it talks about the attorney who took on the case, and then at the end of it, it talks about Harper Lee, the author of To Kill a Mockingbird. So it's almost like getting 3 books in one. It was a great book. It blew my mind. Also, anything from my favorite leading lady of true crime, Anne Rule, is a must-read. So anything by her is an excellent, well-detailed, well-researched true crime book. As far as novels, I, like so many other people, loved Where the Crawdads Sing and The Book Thief. But I also dig a really good whodunit, and I especially like British authors. Anthony Horowitz is a great one, and I will read the book to myself in a British accent. He has several more books that I have to read on my list. I love a very novelty novel with really rich imagery and well-developed characters and paragraphs that just go on and nothing happens. I love a book like that you can just get lost in. The Fruit of the Drunken Tree and The Poisonwood Bible are really beautifully descriptive novels, as well as The Book of Longings. I lean a lot towards historical fiction, especially around World War II. At the Wolf's Table and The Book Thief definitely come to mind. I will read some books just for the sake of humor if their title catches my eye, like Stay Sexy and Don't Get Murdered, or How to Be Parisian Wherever You Are, because sometimes you just need a light read and a laugh. It's fun to weave those books in between more serious books. And if I need something dark, then I'll just read from one of my favorite authors, Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven is my favorite of his works. When I'm not devouring a book, these days you can find me participating in a Zoom for a board meeting. I serve on the board of Meals on Wheels, the Dunes Learning Center, and the Hobart Humane Society. You can find me lacing up my running shoes for a few miles outside or baking some delicious dessert. I'm hopeful about the year ahead. I'm looking forward to in-person meetings with my family and friends again. And I know once this world opens up fully, that's going to mean some less time for books, but that is a sacrifice I am 100% willing to make.